great. There is so much to be grateful for, but we fail to see it and take nearly all of our blessings for granted. If you know me, you've heard me say, life is great and a normal amount of times. I was not always the ultra-optimist I am. I evolved into this person. I faced one significant challenge that I grew, accepting myself for who I am. I've always felt like an underachiever compared to my family and friends. My mom was born into a deeply impoverished community in Brazil. From such harsh beginnings, she climbed the ranks of corporate America, reaching the position of Vice President of Sales at BlackRock. My father was raised on a farm in rural Minnesota. After school, he moved to the cities and started a financial management company that oversees more than $1 billion. My parents came from little to nothing, making such nothingness a grand success. In these halls, I hear stories of Jackson Legarian's philosophical thinking, Nathan Mott's 100 ace tests, Patrick Cable's obscene awards, and incredible athletic feats accomplished by others. Hearing these things, I ask myself, why can't you do what they did? I regularly ask myself, what was I doing wrong? I disregarded my gifts and took nearly everything for granted. I saw myself as a failure. This mindset led to horrible anxiety and depression throughout my first year at St. Thomas. I had no interest in the brotherhood and decided to withdraw from my peers. The refusal to invest in the brotherhood left me lonely. These feelings of loneliness and wretched perception of failure destroyed me. But I knew deep inside I couldn't show this to others. This resulted in me messing around, getting poor grades, and arguing with family and friends. I pushed away my true self from everyone and put on a mask. I never saw an issue with my mindset. I thought it was normal to have no interest, to be jealous of success, and to experience bouts of depression. This was the lowest point of my life. I was constantly depressed, ruthlessly compared myself to others, and beat myself down every single day. I had friends, I still felt alone. I was physically healthy, but I was in need of help. I needed something to change. After countless nights of no change, my frustration grew exponentially. I waited and waited for change to come. With each second, I grew increasingly obsessed by this colossal question, who am I? I finally realized that my aspirations would be impossible if nothing were to change. As I grew up, I always had grand ambitions of success, but as I lay in my bed, I knew deep down that if I continued on this path, my dream would remain as a dream and nothing more. This fear of failing instilled a fear in me so deep that it forced me to change. Out of pure grit, I began my evolution. I adjusted one thing at a time. The most significant issue was my environment. If you surround yourself with people who do bad things, with time you will do them. I began separating myself from certain people and changed my environment. I found myself alone again. However, this time I was not afraid of receiving judgment from my peers because I knew I was evolving to become a better person. I developed a passion for things such as philosophy, physical health, and the study of perceptions. Still, I knew that regardless of whether people supported my interests, they would be mine. I established a motivated inner circle where my friends pushed me beyond my limits. If you have ever pushed me to become better, thank you. I'm here because of you. Mom, Dad, Carmen, Enzo, you all are my rock, and I will forever be grateful for what you all have done for me. I love you all. The issue with the current brotherhood is that instead of uplifting everyone, we humor ourselves in breaking people down. There is a fine line between chirping and bullying. From my experiences, it's blurred. I changed myself alone. I had no one to guide me or tell me what to do. That is where we need to change. As a student body, we must uplift one another together. We must seek success for each cadet to your left and to your right. investing our time and effort to hear everything that must be said. I've had rough talks with friends where topics such as anxiety, depression, and suicide have been addressed. Too often I see people acting strong to fit into this ultra-competitive culture of St. Thomas, in the process ignoring severe issues. Being strong isn't disregarding your emotions and being insensitive. Being strong is having the courage to address problems without fearing judgment. Always look at the people around you. Whether saying hi in the hallways or helping a middle schooler open his locker, you can change the world starting with the small things. For the last year, I've been trying to recognize and appreciate every blessing that comes my way. Gratitude. It pulls you away from the small things. Gratitude forces you to look at your life as a whole, taking a step back from a situation. For example, I was given a pop quiz in AP Econ, and Mr. Students told me that there would be no quiz. Instead of bearing a wave of depression as this horrific quiz lay upon my desk, I thought about how grateful I was to even be in that class and at this fine institution. When faced with challenges, take a step back from the situation, take a deep breath, count your blessings, and keep moving forward. The culture here will evolve where we seek to uplift every individual. Believe that and embody it. I can be an ultra-optimist because I've already seen the change in you all. I realize that I have no enemies, and neither do you. Thank you, God bless, life is great.
Okay, attention. Company commanders, take charge of companies. Balls.